when we have the reparations dialogue at the UWI regional headquarters. It promises to be an event not to be missed.
And this is a continuation of the talks which began in Ghana as well.
Yes, correct. He has become a vanguard for the Accra Proclamation, championing the calls for reparations for the transatlantic slave trade and colonialism, emphasizing that Africa's future prosperity is inextricably linked to the recognition and redress of its historical injustices.
Indeed, Lisa, and of course His Excellency Mahama is not the first Ghanaian president to visit our shores. And if you can go back as far as 2019, when we welcomed then President Nana Akufo-Addo for an official 2-day working visit. You know, President Mahama's visit is a bit longer this time around. And the current president, as we said, His Excellency Mahama, will be spending a little longer with us for this visit. And all our listeners and viewers who are tuning in to this live broadcast on this welcome ceremony can expect the startling but emphatic grandeur of a 21-gun salute. And this is one of the highest military honors performed for dignitaries and heads of state and for persons in and around the area, and I would like to make sure that they hear this part of it. For visitors or persons who are living in and around this particular area, the corporate area, or hearing the blasts or will hear the blasts, this is strictly ceremonial in nature and there is no cause for concern or panic. Now, our service is carried on free-to-air television station, the Public Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica, the PBCJ, and streamed on the GIS's website at gis.gov.jm, as well as our social media platforms.
If you're just joining us, I'm Lisa Rowe, and with me is my co-presenter, Adrian Atkinson. We're bringing you live coverage of the official welcome ceremony in honor of the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Today we can expect to hear the national anthems played for both countries at different points during the ceremony. The Ghanaian national anthem was composed by Philip Beho and is officially titled God Bless Our Homeland. And of course, every Jamaican should know our national anthem. It was written by Hugh Sherlock and the music was composed by Robert Lightburn. Now, what I find interesting is that the title of Ghana's national anthem is God Bless Our Homeland, and Jamaica's is Jamaica Land We Love. And if you listen to the words, if you can go and check the words, they're both very similar in the sentiment of putting the Creator at the center of
Absolutely. It is a prayer and a promise.
A promise.
You know, asking God to protect the country, encourages the citizens to be honest and humble and ask for help to fight against unfair rule.
Sounds
now,
like
that's standing against oppression indeed. And it mentions the black star as a symbol of freedom and hope for all of Africa. And if you can link that same star that is mentioned is in the center of the national flag of Ghana. Mm-hmm. Interesting. So immediately following the ceremony, the President will sit with Governor General, His Excellency, the Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen, and the Most Honorable Lady Allen for a courtesy call in the drawing room of King's House.
At this juncture, the Guard of Honor, they are in position, and as you can see, they are assembled with almost mathematical precision, wearing their #1 ceremonial dress for this occasion.
Indeed.
Their white gloves are immaculate. They're all in unison. And we are now making way for the arrivals. If you're just tuning in, you are watching a live broadcast of the official welcome ceremony of the state visit to Jamaica by the President of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. He is here at the invitation of our Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness.
And on the monitor there, we're seeing the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator, the Honorable Kamina Johnson-Smith, and immediately seated beside her, I believe that is the Senator Donna Scott Markey, representing the Leader of the Opposition, and to the right of the Foreign Affairs Minister, we're seeing the Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, the Honorable Olivia Babsy-Gray.
And before that, I believe we were seeing the Speaker of the House, Mrs. Holness, Juliet Holness. I think she's here in both capacities, right? She's dressed in a light pink suit, if my eyes are seeing correctly.
I didn't see it correctly, and so I'm not able to assist you with that at all, the description at all. And so where the members of the Jamaica Defence Force are standing right on the ceremonial lawns of King's House, it's interesting that the location of King's House was changed 3 times. And we're witnessing the arrival there of the Chief of Defence Staff,
Vice Admiral Antoinette Weems Gorman. She has over 30 years of distinguished service in the JDF. Vice Admiral Weems Gorman has been serving as Chief of Defence Staff since January 2022. She's the first woman to serve as Chief of Defence Staff for the Jamaica Defence Force. She was officially appointed to the position on January 20, 2022.
Absolutely. And of course, we are literally, it's a beautiful shot there at the Guard of Honor, and beautiful.
Chief of Defence Staff there, Vice Admiral Antoinette Weems Gorman, making her way around the corridor. I believe she's heading out now to the saluting dais, where she will receive a sword salute. We're also awaiting the arrival of the Prime Minister, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness. Mr. Holness became Jamaica's 9th Prime Minister after the 2016 general elections. He's the youngest Prime Minister to date and the first born after national independence.
Indeed. And so we're looking at the Guard of Honor.
Yes.
And it's interesting that King's House, many people might not know the history of King's House, that the location of King's House changed at least 3 times. It moved from its location in Port Royal in 1690, Lisa, to Spanish Town in 1762, the former capital. And when the capital of Jamaica changed to Kingston in 1872, the governor at the time was Sir Peter Grant, who served from 1866 to 1874. And he chose Somerset Pen, now known as King's House land, to build the new King's House, and that's exactly where we are today. And one of the things that we need to, allow our visitors, not just here in Jamaica, but in Ghana, to understand that the most exceptional feature, the grounds, feature of the grounds is the mile-long driveway that is flanked by palms and aptly named Palm Tree Avenue. And of course, there are a variety of trees adorning the garden. Most outstanding are the awesome cotton trees imported from South Africa. So indeed, Jamaica has had a connection with the
continent.
motherland.
Yes,
indeed. Absolutely.
I believe we are now witnessing The arrival of the Prime Minister, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness. The Prime Minister makes his way. He's being escorted by the Chief of Defence Staff, Vice Admiral Antoinette Weems Gorman. They make their way around the corridor, after which the Most Honorable and will receive a general salute from the Guard of Honor. The Prime Minister, of course, is also being escorted to be a part of the receiving line of individuals who will meet His Excellency, the President of Ghana. The Prime Minister there being escorted by Chief of Defence Staff, Vice Admiral Antoinette Weems Gorman, where the Guard of Honor, will render a general salute. Prime Minister heading up now to the saluting dais.
And the Prime Minister, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, has made his way from the saluting dais. He's escorted by Vice Admiral Weems Gorman.
The Prime Minister will now be seated in the order of precedence for the receiving line for those who will meet His Excellency. And I believe we're now awaiting the arrival of, this is his home, right?
Yes,
for the Governor General. Well, we're awaiting sights of the Governor General, His Excellency Sir Patrick Allen, and of course, Lady Allen. We continue to see scenes or shots of the Guard of Honor.
It takes quite a lot of discipline to stand On your screen now is Governor General of Jamaica, His Excellency the Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen, and His Excellency is a member of the Order of Nation, ON, Knight Grand Cross of the Order of St. Michael and St. George, GCMG, and he's actually being escorted at this time by the Chief of Defence Staff. and he enters the saluting dais. And His Excellency, the Governor General, the Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen, exiting the saluting dais, and immediately following His Excellency is the Chief of Defence Staff, Vice Admiral Antoinette Weems-Scott.
He's also being escorted by, I believe, 2 ADCs or aide-de-camp. The atmosphere is quite charged as we await the arrival of the President of His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama. The official convoy will be escorted by a military motorcycle who will assist with the pace for the gun salute. We did warn you that it is quite a moment to experience. This commences the entrance of His Excellency Mahama. Now, the President of Ghana, His Excellency, or specially invited guest, John Dramani Mahama, arrives at the Tokoshare at King's House. We're now witnessing the entrance of President Mahama to the grounds of King's House. The President is greeted by the Chief of State Protocol, and he is now
being greeted by the Governor General, His Excellency, the Most Honourable Sir Patrick Allen, and of course they're exchanging pleasantries. And the President will be escorted to the saluting days, followed by the inspection of the Guard of Honour this morning.
They're having quite a conversation.
Indeed. Welcoming him to the King's House. This is a very historic property,
Yes.
Historic site, and I'm sure he's telling him something about King's House and what he can look forward to experiencing today
Jamaica.
during his talks, or the courtesy call.
Courtesy call. He is
Yes.
scheduled to have
Absolutely.
bilateral conversations with the Prime Minister. And so he makes his way around, being escorted.
And
He
those
has
are
a
members
very
of his
delegation,
delegation.
yes.
Absolutely. No, I want to go back to the 21-gun salute for those who are going and listening at the same time, and for those persons who are living in the corporate area. It was nothing to be
Alarmed by. It is
absolutely.
alarming.
It is alarming.
However,
His Excellency Mahama is being escorted to the saluting dais, and he's escorted or accompanied by the Chief of Defence Staff, Vice Admiral Weems Gorman, Vice Admiral Weems Gorman, and
the guard.
following that, there'll be an inspection of the Guard of Honour.
He will receive a royal salute. That was the national anthem of Ghana. It was composed by Philip Geho and is officially titled God Bless Our Homeland in Ghana.
And earlier you mentioned the royal salute, and so the royal salute is the highest level of military and state honor during an official visit, and it signifies deep mutual respect and strong diplomatic ties and official recognition, and in this case the recognition of the President of Ghana as head of state. The royal salute is also rendered to sovereigns' representatives as well.
Yes. The President will now be inspecting the Guard of Honor and is being escorted by Well, behind him is Chief of Defense Staff Vice Admiral Anthony James Corman.
And the President himself, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, is now making his way from the saluting dais, escorted by the Chief of Defence Staff, Vice Admiral Weems Gorman.
This juncture, I believe he will
The President
now
is to be escorted to the receiving line.
Right. There he will meet several members or all the members of the cabinet, as well as representatives from the judiciary and the opposition, who in this capacity is being represented by Senator Donna Scott Motley, in the absence of the leader of the opposition, Mr. Mark Golding.
Both the President and His Excellency, Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen, have taken their designated seats.
The Prime Minister and Mrs. Holness will be escorted to the greeting of where His Excellency Sir Patrick Allen and also the President and Lady Allen are seated. We're seeing shots of the Guard of Honor move out of focus, the military bands.
And shortly we will witness the Prime Minister, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, who will move forward to the tent to be introduced to the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
He is...
And that is being done at this time.
As we mentioned earlier, immediately after the ceremony, the President will have a courtesy call with their Excellencies, after which he will move over to the office of the Prime Minister, where they will have we're seeing shots of Mrs. Holness and the Prime Minister continuing in conversation with the President. Foreshadowing of what is to come in the bilateral talks that will take place at the office of the Prime Minister later in the morning. They seem very warm and very welcoming in the conversation.
You know, Ghanaians are normally, well,
we're told they're very much like
warm.
Jamaicans. They're very much like Jamaicans.
And there's so many Jamaicans who
Ghana.
are residing in Ghana. And that's a beautiful shot there of the Governor General, His Excellency Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, and Mrs. Holness is also can be seen in the shot there, as well as Her Excellency.
And as they take their photographs, we await the moment where the members of the receiving line will have their moment to be greeted by the President, His Excellency. We're seeing members of the receiving line, and now we have Senator Scott Motley, Donna Scott Motley, representing the leader of the opposition,
in dialogue, and is greeted now by Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, who by chance met him at the airport last evening.
Yes,
received him at the airport last evening.
Yes.
On his arrival to
They're
Jamaica.
not their first run-in, so to speak. She
Absolutely
was
not.
There earlier this
Indeed.
year. I believe we're now seeing Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Favour Williams, followed by Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange,
exchanging pleasantries. She's absolutely looking amazing, and she dressed
print.
the part
She dressed
today,
the part.
which is in keeping with our independence celebration,
Yes.
as well as a connection with Africa indeed.
I'm now seeing before that, I believe it was the Minister of Tourism, Edmund Bartlett, and
Yes,
the Minister
followed by
of Agriculture and Fisheries, Floyd Green.
Honourable Floyd Green.
Health Minister Christopher Tufton is next in the receiving line. And the Minister of Labour and Social Security, the Honourable Colonel Charles Jr. Auburn Hill, Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, and Education Minister, Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, who will be at the reparations dialogue this afternoon with the President.
President of the Senate.
President of the Senate. Also greets Mrs. Holness.
And Dr. Wheatley. And he's all smiles this morning. We're looking at
Minister Morgan, beg your pardon, Minister Morgan, Member of Parliament, and also the Minister of Works. He has quite a massive portfolio.
The Honourable Delroy Chuck, Minister of Justice, and we are now
Chief Justice Brian Sykes. Before that, you saw the Ambassador, the Honourable Audrey Marks.
And this is the head of the diplomatic corps, who is Jan Hendrik van Thiel, Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany and the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps.
And we saw earlier Ambassador Rocky Mead. We're seeing on our screen, he's the Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, followed by Ambassador Sheila Seeley Monteith, who is the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and head of the Jamaican Foreign Service.
And the head of the Jamaica Police, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Dr. Kevin Blake, who's the Commissioner of Police, is in full view this morning, and of course exchanging pleasantries with Mrs. Holness, the Most Honourable.
I believe this is Councillor Lorraine Dobson, who is representing His Worship the Mayor. And now we are seeing members of the official delegation from Ghana.
Yeah, but before that, we saw Councillor Lorraine Dobson,
Yes.
JP, Deputy Mayor, representing His Worship the Mayor, Councillor Andrew Swaby, Mayor of Kingston, and of course, we see other members of the official delegation of Ghana.
The first member is the Honourable Samuel Ablakwa. He's the Minister of Foreign Affairs, who was here to lay the foundation earlier. I saw where he had a conversation with our minister, with his counterpart here in Jamaica, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade.
And he's followed by the Honourable Ernest Genfi, Deputy Minister for Defence. And there are other members of the delegation taking the opportunity to meet the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Most Honourable Andrew Holness, and His Excellency, the Most Honourable Sir Patrick Allen, and of course also taking the time to meet with
the members of the Ghanaian delegation.
Absolutely.
Who also form part of the receiving line.
Yes.
We're not at liberty to, we'll just give you a few of their names as they go through. It's quite an extensive list. But here representing Ghana with the President is Ambassador Khadija Idrisu, Ambassador Kofi Ottar, who is the High Commissioner of Ghana to Jamaica, Dr. Ikwao Spio Garba, President Envoy on Reparations. As I mentioned before, that reparations conversation is one that will take center stage as he continues his visit here in Jamaica.
And of course the President of Ghana, the Republic of Ghana, having conversations there with the Prime Minister, the Most Honourable Andrew Holness, and looking on their Excellencies, the Most Honourable Sir Patrick Allen, and the Most Honourable Mrs. Allen, Lady Allen. Absolutely, that's right. Not in full view there. We saw just a half of Donald Scott Motley, Senator Donald Scott Motley, representing the leader of the opposition.
And moving out of frame briefly was the Chief of State Protocol.
Well, she's back in frame
back
now.
In frame.
And we see the Most Honourable Juliette Holness there. Also,
we can tell listeners too of the activities that are expected to be part of the official state visit for these 4 days. President Mahama, he will have a courtesy call immediately after this proceeding, this function, and he will move to having bilateral talks with the Prime Minister Holness. He's also expected to attend a joint sitting of the Houses of Parliament, and he's expected to make a statement there. And the reparations dialogue, which we have been speaking about at the University of the West Indies Regional Headquarters. There's also a tour of the Civil Heritage Site in St. Anne, as well as Mellow-Go-Round, showcasing the best of the island's creative offerings.
During our self-independence and emancipation celebration, which started on August 1, this past Saturday. It's almost 9:45 in Kingston, Jamaica, and the sun, as it moves into the eastern to southern sky at an altitude of what? Roughly 60 to 65 degrees. It signals the morning is ending, and so too is this official welcome ceremony honoring His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, and his accompanying delegation.
I must say the sun behaved this morning. Earlier it was extremely hot. It was extremely hot, but warm.
Yes.
But as we continued the proceedings, it mellowed. And so we just want to say thank you to everyone who joined us this morning. A special thanks to our production team here at the Jamaica Information Service. We brought you this live broadcast of the official welcome ceremony of the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We will continue to give you updates as he continues his visit here on the island. We mentioned before he does have a packed schedule, and you can check out our social media pages to see all the activities that he'll be participating in.
And of course, you want to visit our website, the GIS's website at gis.gov.jm. To all those who made this broadcast possible, thank you so much for watching. And to those of our friends and the Jamaicans who are watching and listening in Ghana, thank you so much for tuning in. On behalf of my co-presenter, Lisa Rowe. I am Adrian Atkinson. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful day.